You can't just walk the walk, you gotta talk the talk. And the world know that Miss Juicy Baby got the best big game in the house.
Child. Years after the cameras stopped rolling on Little Women Atlanta, the truth is finally coming out, and let me tell you, it's worse than anyone expected. Now we all know the show caught major heat for pushing harmful stereotypes.
I don't necessarily want to be on reality TV, but you know, like I said, I never thought about being on a reality TV show. I always thought about just being in movies, and you know, I really want to be in a movie where I can just be myself as Tanya, or not even as Tanya, as Rebecca, or crackhead mom or something. You know, like I just want to play in movies that make people feel something. You know, and I don't want to be in a movie solely because I'm lit. I really would want to be a part of getting little people out of the box of that being all movies are beautiful or seen as is the joke. You know, because I drive a car too, and car insurance is a lot. And like, why can't I be in a Geico commercial when they charging me so much anyway? You feel me? Or like, you know, why can't I be washing a duck with Dawn dish soap? I'm saving animals.
And milking drama, instead of celebrating the cast's real lives. But baby, according to reports, what was happening behind the scenes was way more toxic than the viewers ever saw. Let's talk about Miss Juicy, the queen of
religious cults right in our own backyard. They may preach volunteerism, but investigations, including one by the Today Show, charge that the World Mission Society Church of God frightens people into joining with predictions of doomsday and presses for big donations of money. One woman said the church in Ridgewood, New Jersey, made her stay there all the time, discouraging her from using the internet.
Of Atlanta herself. From navigating a hostile filming environment to having to pick up a regular job at a library, and even allegedly joining a cult, Miss Juicy has been through it. So, let's break this all the way down. Despite the show's popularity, cast members were reportedly severely underpaid. Leaked contracts showed that they were restricted from taking other jobs, leaving many, including Juicy, financially stuck. And if that wasn't bad enough, they were required to attend promo events and fulfill other obligations with no extra pay. Miss Juicy herself ended up broke. After suffering a stroke, her family had to set up a GoFundMe to help with her medical bills. Fans were shocked. How could someone who was the star of the show be struggling this much? Well, it turns out Juicy had even taken a job at a library in 2023 to make ends meet. Nothing wrong with a regular job. But for someone who helped build $1 million franchise, that's a major downgrade. And things got even stranger. Reports.
Everybody on this couch has recently heard some stories about social media coming out that you're pregnant. Can you please lay the law straight right now?
All I can say right now is I am pregnant.
Here we go again. Oh, yeah. No.
and you can say that and stick it up your ass.
I'm not the one that needs to stick it up something.
I do not have to prove it to you or anybody else. Okay? You ain't not nobody.
Evidently, I'm somebody because you keep trying to be like me.
Be like you, baby. Look at me.
I can't help but to see you.
You're not. Have you always had this hatred towards each other?
I just want her to be herself. I mean, the only reason why I call her out on her lies is because I know their lies.
Right.
I know this man. Not one time did he say, I got many credits.
Say Miss Juicy joined the World Mission Society Church of God, a group that believes in a female deity called God the Mother. The church has faced serious controversy for its extreme views and has even been called a cult by critics. Last year, Juicy was even seen posting photos from church events, although they've since disappeared from her socials. Fans believe she was vulnerable, an easy prey.
Can you believe production refused to make physical accommodation? Cassie, despite knowing they were dwarfs. cast member even slipped and fell, and there was reportedly no medical.
Those wild fights and shady feuds, many weren't even real. Producers allegedly pressured the women to stir up drama in exchange for screen time. No drama, no camera time. The manipulation was so deep, some cast members said it led to real-life injuries and emotional trauma. Even friendships and relationships were allegedly fake. Some women
Hospital first, went to the emergency room. I was completely out of it. So I didn't even know where I was going. And so once I went to the emergency room and they had to, because I couldn't swallow, because I was under for so long.
Oh, wow.
So they had to put a feeding tube down my nose to my throat.
were forced into storylines that left them humiliated. Like when Miss Juicy tried to date a man who clearly wasn't into her. Fans say it was all for show, and he was just there for a check. After cast member Minnie passed away, the show aired her funeral during the final season, but behind the scenes, cast members say they weren't even allowed to properly mourn. Production allegedly just kept pushing forward, chasing ratings instead of showing basic human decency. And Minnie herself? Fans often noticed how poorly she was treated, especially by the tiny twins. People said Minnie had low self-esteem and acted like their assistant just to be accepted. And even then,
If I would have known this, I would have kept my ass at home.
I felt bad kicking Minnie out, but I really do think it's best for Chris and I just hope she can forgive me.
Guess I'll start packing.
Do you want me to help you?
I'm good.
I am not looking forward to calling back to my mom. She knew this was gonna happen, and she warned me. I know she's gonna get on my case for not listening to her.
So, it's very hard for me to tell you this because I do appreciate you being